Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 3, Book 33, number 255. Narrated by Ali bin al-Hussein from Safiya. Safiya went to the Prophet while he was in itikaf. When she returned, the Prophet accompanied her walking. An Ansari man saw him. When the Prophet noticed him, he called him and said, "Come here. She is Safiya." Sufyan, a sub-narrator, perhaps said that the Prophet had said, "This is Safiya." And Satan circulates in the body of Adam's offspring as his blood circulates in it. A sub-narrator asked Sufyan, "Did Safiya visit him at night?" He said, "Of course, at night." Volume 3, Book 33, number 256. Narrated by Abu Sa'id. We practiced itikaf with Allah's Apostle in the middle 10 days of Ramadan. In the morning of the 20th of Ramadan, we shifted our baggage, but Allah's Apostle came to us and said, "Whoever was itikaf should return to his place of itikaf, for I saw, i.e. was informed about the date of this night of Qadr, and saw myself prostrating in mud and water. When I returned to my place, the sky was overcast with clouds and it rained. By him who sent Muhammad with the truth, the sky was covered with clouds from the end of that day. And the mosque, which was roofed with leaf stalks of date palm trees, leaked with rain, and I saw the trace of mud and water over the nose of the Prophet and its tip." Volume 3, Book 33, number 257. Narrated by Amra bint Abdurrahman from Aisha. Allah's Apostle used to practice itikaf every year in the month of Ramadan. And after offering the morning prayer, he used to enter the place of his itikaf. Aisha asked his permission to let her practice itikaf and he allowed her, and so she pitched a tent in the mosque. When Hafsa heard of that, she also pitched a tent for herself. And when Zainab heard of that, she too pitched another tent. When, in the morning, Allah's Apostle had finished the morning prayer, he saw 4 tents and asked, "What is this?" He was informed about it. He then said, "What made them do this? Is it righteousness? Remove the tents, for I do not want to see them." So, the tents were removed. The Prophet did not perform itikaf that year in the month of Ramadan, but did it in the last 10 days of Shawwal. Volume 3, Book 33, number 258. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. Umar bin al-Khattab said, "O Allah's Apostle, I vowed in the pre-Islamic period to perform itikaf in al-Masjid al-Haram for 1 night. The Prophet said, 'Fulfill your vow.' So, he performed itikaf for 1 night. Volume 3, Book 33, number 259. Narrated by Ibn Umar. That Umar had vowed in the pre-Islamic period to perform itikaf in al-Masjid al-Haram. A sub-narrator thinks that Umar vowed to perform itikaf for 1 night. Allah's Apostle said to Umar, "Fulfill your vow." Volume 3, Book 33, number 260. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet used to perform itikaf every year in the month of Ramadan for 10 days, and when it was the year of his death, he stayed in itikaf for 20 days. Volume 3, Book 33, number 261. Narrated by Amra bint Abdurrahman from Aisha. Allah's Apostle mentioned that he would practice itikaf in the last 10 days of Ramadan. Aisha asked his permission to perform itikaf and he permitted her. Hafsa asked Aisha to take his permission for her, and she did so. When Zainab bint Jahsh saw that, she ordered a tent to be pitched for her and it was pitched for her. Allah's Apostle used to proceed to his tent after the prayer. So, he saw the tents and asked, "What is this?" He was told that those were the tents of Aisha, Hafsa, and Zainab. Allah's Apostle said, Is it righteousness which they intended by doing so? I am not going to perform I-to So he returned home. When the fasting month was over, he performed itikaf for 10 days in the month of Shawwal. Volume 3, Book 33, number 262. Narrated by Urwa. Aisha during her menses used to comb and oil the hair of the Prophet while he used to be in itikaf in the mosque. He would stretch out his head towards her while she was in her chamber.